I have been sniping in COD Mobile for the last 3 months and quickscoping was the hardest thing to master, but after observing some pro snipers, I learned about some secrets to land 99% of your shots and it made quickscoping 10 times easier. For example, you might notice that a lot of pro snipers use a setting called realistic scope. This setting makes quickscoping a lot easier because it allows you to see through your scope while you're scoping in, and it also makes your reticle a lot bigger when you have this setting turned on, which allows you to make more accurate shots when you're quickscoping, and that's why you need to go to your settings and turn on a setting called realistic scope to improve your quickscoping. But there's 2 more settings that pro players use to have smoother quickscopes, and one of them is called tap and hold to ADS. The tap and hold to ADS setting allows you to make faster quickscopes because when you have the setting turned on, you can shoot with your sniper while you're scoping in. So make sure that you're using tap and hold to ADS instead of using tap to ADS. And after turning on this setting, you'll instantly notice that your quickscopes are a lot more smoother than before. But there's another setting that you can change to make your quickscopes more accurate, and that is your field of view. Your field of view is basically how much of the map you can see on your screen. So if you have a higher field of view, then you can see more area of the map. So you might think that keeping your FOV to the max is great for quickscoping, but that is a big mistake that a lot of people make. You see, when you have a higher FOV, your enemies are gonna look smaller on your screen, which is obviously gonna make it harder for you to aim at them, and that is why you should use 75 as your FOV because that is the best FOV for quickscoping, and a lot of pro players use this FOV. But now that you're using the proper settings, it's time to talk about 3 powerful things that pro players do to never miss their quickscopes, and if you manage to master these 3 things, then you'll become a god in quickscoping. And the first thing you have to master is your crosshair placement because this is the most important thing about quickscoping. A lot of people make the mistake of aiming their crosshair at exactly where the enemy is, but that almost guarantees that you're gonna miss your quickscope because your enemies are always gonna be moving. So what you actually have to do is aim your crosshair a little bit ahead of your enemies, so by the time you're done scoping in, your aim is gonna be at the enemy's body. You'll see a lot of pro players using this technique when they're quickscoping, and there's something that you can do to make it easier for you to use this technique, and that is to go to your HUD and place the settings button on the middle of your screen because it works as an external crosshair, which is definitely gonna help you make some proper crosshair placements. But there's something more important that I found pro snipers doing that a lot of people ignore, and it's hard to notice, but they use a technique to scope in 25% faster than other people. You see, in COD Mobile, there's a thing called sprint to fire delay, which means if you aim your weapon after sprinting, it's gonna take a lot longer to scope in, but there is a smart way to bypass this delay, and that is by moving your joystick backwards before scoping in. This will trick the game into thinking that you were standing still, and it'll make your quickscope a lot faster. Try it out the next time you're quickscoping and you'll notice that you're able to get a lot more kills. But in the 3 months of sniping, there's something that I did every day that really helped me master quickscoping, and if you also do this for an hour or 2, you can also master quickscoping in just 1 day, and that is to go to your settings and turn off aim assist and then head over to the training mode, and inside the training mode, practice quickscoping at these targets without using aim assist for about an hour. And now if you hop in a match with aim assist turned on, then you'll notice that you became significantly better at quickscoping than before. This is how I learned quickscoping very fast, and I highly recommend you to do this every day. But now let's talk about the secret of mastering quickscoping, and that is your movements. If you watch professional snipers, then you'll see that they use different movements when they're sniping because without movements you can never properly quickscope, and one of the most powerful movements that you can do when you're quickscoping is the slide cancel, but a lot of people do it wrong. In order to properly do the slide cancel movement, the first thing you have to do is press the slide button, and while you're sliding, press the ADS button to cancel your slide, and you should have a very smooth slide. The slide cancel movement will confuse your enemies and help you win a lot more gunfights when you're quickscoping. But now let's talk about the most popular movement for snipers, and that is the knife switching. Now this goes hand in hand with the previous movement, which is slide canceling, because knife switching allows you to make longer slide, and you'll see a lot of people using this movement when they're quickscoping because it also looks very cool. And the best melee weapons to use for this movement are the assault knife and the karambit because those have the least amount of drop time. And if you don't have the assault knife, then I'll be showing you how to get a free assault knife in COD Mobile later on in this video, so stay tuned. But now let me show you an app that will help you improve your quickscoping, and this app is called Gear Up Booster. I use this app whenever I'm quickscoping because it reduces your ping and gives you a smoother connection. You'll have a really hard time quickscoping when you're playing on a bad internet, so using something like Gear Up is highly recommended. I'll make sure to leave the link to download Gear Up on the description, so make sure to use it whenever you're quickscoping. And if you want a free assault knife in COD Mobile, then make sure to check out this video. I talked about 4 different ways of getting a free assault knife in COD Mobile in that video, so make sure to check it out if you don't have an assault knife. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.